It was one of those evenings where the whole city felt like it was conspiring against me. The sky was this washed-out grey that threatened rain but never delivered. And the wind carried just enough of a bite to make you regret forgetting your scarf. I'd been at work since 7 a.m, running between meetings, answering emails that seemed to breed faster than I could respond, and surviving on vending machine coffee. By the time my shift ended, I was running on fumes. I boarded my usual bus home, slid into a seat by the window, and let my forehead rest against the glass. Streetlights blurred past in streaks of gold, and I half listened to the hum of conversations around me. Somewhere between scrolling through social media and zoning out to a podcast, I must have loosened my grip on my bag. The bus hissed to a stop at my street. I got off, walked the block to my building, and reached into my jacket for my keys. That's when my hand met empty space where my wallet should have been. At first, I did that hopeful panic pat down. We all do every pocket, every compartment in my bag. But the more I checked, the more real the sinking feeling became. My chest tightened. My wallet wasn't just plastic cards and some cash. Inside was a worn photo of my grandmother, the last one taken before she passed. I'd kept it for years, tucked behind my driver's license, and losing it felt unthinkable. I sprinted back to the bus stop, scanning the ground like maybe it had magically appeared there. The bus was gone. The driver wouldn't know me from Adam, and even if I called the bus company, they'd take hours, maybe days, to sort it out. By the time I dragged myself home, I was already rehearsing the grim to-do list in my head. Cancel my bank cards, get a new ID, somehow replace sentimental things that couldn't actually be replaced. Then my phone buzzed, a notification. An Instagram message request from someone I didn't know. Stranger, hey, is your name Alex? I think I found your wallet. My heart did this weird lurch between hope and suspicion. The account had a single photo. A black and white shot of a dog and maybe a dozen followers. Scam? Possibly. But then they sent another message with a picture of my wallet sitting on a kitchen table. The leather. The little scratch on the corner. Even my grandmother's photo peeking out. It was mine. I fired off replies faster than my thumbs could keep up. They told me they'd found it on the bus, picked it up before anyone else could, and didn't trust the lost and found to keep it safe. We agreed to meet the next afternoon at a cafe downtown. I was nervous, of course, meeting a stranger from the internet, but my relief outweighed the fear. The cafe smelled like espresso and warm pastries. I spotted him almost immediately. Tall, broad-shouldered, late 20s maybe. Wearing a faded navy hoodie and a beanie that looked like it had seen a few winters. He smiled, stood and reached into his backpack. You must be Alex. And there it was, my wallet, intact, even the small amount of cash inside. I thanked him so many times it was bordering on embarrassing. He shrugged it off. My mum used to say, if it's not yours, it's bad luck to keep it. That line stuck with me. We ordered coffee. What was supposed to be a quick exchange turned into a 2-hour conversation. His name was Daniel. He worked nights as a security guard at the hospital, which explained why he was free in the middle of the afternoon. He told me he'd had a rough week. His car had broken down, rent was due, and he'd been picking up extra shifts just to keep up. Still, it never crossed his mind to take the cash from my wallet. When I offered to give him a reward, he laughed. Honestly, the coffee's enough. And maybe you'll return the favor for someone else someday. Before we left, I insisted on buying him lunch. He pretended to argue, and then grinned and said, if you insist on feeding me, I won't say no. Over the next few weeks, we started texting. At first, it was just casual and meme here. A photo of his dog there. Then it became longer conversations about our days, our families, the little frustrations of life. We met for coffee again, then a walk through the park. Eventually, he admitted he had been hesitant to message me at first. I didn't know if you'd think I was weird for tracking you down online, but something told me I should. A month after we met, I finally asked why he didn't just drop the wallet at the bus depot. He looked at me for a long moment before answering. Because I wanted to make sure it got back to you. Some things shouldn't get lost twice. It wasn't just about the wallet. I could feel it in the way he said it. 2 years later, Daniel's asleep in the other room while I write this. The photograph of my grandmother is still tucked in my wallet. And now, next to it, there's a picture of us together. And it all started because a stranger decided that doing the right thing mattered more than taking the easy way out.